Welcome back, everyone. So, what do we have here? Yes, a familiar face, the Tandy 1000HX. If you're not familiar with the Tandy 1000HX and what it means to me, I suggest you watch, I made a few videos on this one. The most recent one, however, was when I bought the Tandy 1000 3-in-1 board, which, by the way, is back in production. I don't have the URL or address handy. I'll try to post it in the comments, or in the description. The Tandy 3-in-1 board takes your base model Tandy 1000, the one my dad bought when I was 5 years old from Radio Shack in 1989, and it goes ahead and adds a COM port, a 9-pin COM port. You get 384 kilobytes of RAM, so it brings it up to the 640 max for this model. And it also gives you a solid state disk. Well, it gives you a CF card slot for which you can use as a solid state disk. So really, you get a hard drive, you get a COM port, and you get, I wish my fingers, you get three things. You get three things, and it's worth the money. So, that aside, the Tandy 1000 was the computer that my dad bought when I was 5 years old, and it's all here. Well, all right, the monitor is not the original monitor, and he didn't buy the printer. I bought the printer just recently, and the monitor I bought locally from a Facebook post that I found. The original monitor was sadly lost, and it's kind of stupid how I lost it too. I'll tell you. I was selling a Tandy 1000 TX desktop about, I don't know, probably 10 years ago now, and the only monitor I had for it was the CM5 that I had with the Tandy 1000. So that CM5 monitor, it wasn't in great shape. Unfortunately, it had some visual blemishes that I couldn't get out of it, and I'm like, ah. So I sold the Tandy 1000 TX, and as part of the deal, the guy wanted my monitor. And I said, well, it's really not for sale, but fine. Go ahead. You know what? I'll never use it again. I just kept it for sentimental reasons, but here you go. Have fun. So that guy still has my monitor. I don't remember what his name was, so I could never buy it back. Such is life. But a local Facebooker was selling this beautiful CM11 monitor, and it was within driving distance from me. So the CM11 was the upgraded version of the CM5, and it's a completely different monitor. But it is a better monitor in every way. And this one just happens to be mint. No physical or cosmetic defects of any kind. What a find, huh? It's interestingly enough, it's also the same monitor that is used on the show Young Sheldon. Young Sheldon has a Tandy, one of the pizza box, later model pizza box desktops, and it has the CM11 monitor hooked up to it. So little fun tip there. So on with the show. So this video, we're going to talk about connecting this computer to the internet. I know, it's wild, right? I mean, an 8088 with 640K, a CGA monitor, and I think about 128 megabyte solid state disk. And we're going to put it on the internet. So I was inspired by Retrotech Chris, who is a huge supporter of the compact LTE series laptops. So I know him for two reasons. The Tandy 1000, he's a Tandy 1000 owner, and he's a compact LTE 5000 owner as well. He owns like one of every model of the LTE 5000 series, and good guy too. Very, very knowledgeable. So he did a video where he connected his Tandy 1000 to a couple of different BBSs, and I just wanted to show, this is kind of like a Me Too video. So like, I can do this too. Look what I can do. So I bought this. This is what makes it all happen. This is the Wi-Fi modem that is sold through the old net on Tandy. And that is also the same site, by the way, that I found my 3-in-1 card, which I had to build that myself. This came pre-built. So this sells for $35. It is a proper built wireless or Wi-Fi. It's basically a couple of different adapters in one. It's got an off-the-shelf, Wi-Fi radio built in, and it also has an RS-232 interface, and it's all linked together through, some custom firmware, and that's about it. The box that they sell you, this is an option. You don't have to buy this box. This is obviously 3D printed. Now, what I'd like to do is find an older, like an old laptop modem from the old days. They had these little portable pocket modems, and it would look nice on this shelf. And I'm just going to gut it and put this in there. I think that would be a very nice touch. Or I could just design my own in 3D. I have a 3D printer at work I could use. I just have to get myself boned up in SolidWorks, and I can just design my own box. And maybe I'll make a couple of them and sell them. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So, real quick, I've already used this today, so you'll notice that there's a blue light on. That means it's connected to Wi-Fi. And if I try to use it again, it will not connect because the device is already in use. So I have to reset it by pressing this button right here. These aren't labeled. One of these is up. There it goes. So once that blue light goes out, you'll notice there's a red indicator in there that stays on. So now primed for a good time. So there's our modem, and it'll operate. I have it set to 9,600 bauds. I think it'll go up to 115,000, but I don't believe this system will support that speed. Anyway, so it's connected through. It does not come with this cable, by the way. So if you buy this modem, you got to buy this cable separately. This is a 3-foot pass-through or extension, and it's a male on one end, female on the other. 9-pin RS-232. And otherwise, you have to connect this as if it were a dongle to the back of the machine, and it's really screwy if you do that. You have to take the case off, and you have to take the thumb screws off, or the lugs have to come off. And I don't really like the idea of running a bare circuit board behind this machine because it just doesn't seem right. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn our monitor on, fire the system up. There we go. Now, one of the problems I had with this, and you might have this problem too, I hope you don't, because it was a nightmare, it would not connect to my Motorola wireless router. It just would not do it. I'm not using any special security, it's just standard, what the hell am I using? I believe AES, shared key, whatever. It won't do it. It won't connect. And the SSIDs are case sensitive, so I want to get that out of the way. So when you're... Oh, and it does not search your network or your area for accessible wireless networks. It won't do that. So it's kind of wonky. It's not like something you'd buy at Best Buy today. I'll tell you that. So I'm using this, by the way, is MenuWorks. I have MenuWorks on here because let's say I've got family coming over and the kids want to play a computer game. I don't have to teach them DOS. They can just turn this thing on, go to the games menu and pick a game, and they just launch automatically. So I put that on there. Now, the terminal software I'm using is Bananacom. This was also recommended by RetroTech Chris, but there are many different DOS-based terminal programs that you can use that are not Bananacom. Bananacom is actually very easy to use. Now, I did not grow up in the BBS era. I grew up after the BBS era. When I was in high school, or actually when I was in elementary school, BBSs were they're kind of the old way of doing things. By the time I was in middle school, would have been the mid-90s, 94, 95, 96, no, 95, 96, 97, 98. BBSs were being replaced with what we now know as the World Wide Web. And so that's what we use now. And that's what was really starting to hit popularity back then. So BBSs still existed, and they still exist, but they're not. They're now more of a novelty than they are a mainstream way of communicating from one PC to another. I'll just share with you what I do know about BBSs. They were largely user created, so there were some commercially created BBSs, of course. I think any major corporation would have had a BBS service running with the ability to connect multiple lines to the same system. But for the most part, BBSs were, I have an interest in a particular subject, so I set up a BBS on my own computer, which could have been anything, really. Could have been an Apple II, a Tandy 1000, Commodore 64, a TI home computer. Really, any computer that has the ability to connect to a modem could run a BBS, and that's kind of what it was. It was a user-created kind of a grassroots effort to exchange information and software from one computer to the next and create kind of a community. In fact, one of my coworkers grew up in the thick of the BBS era, and he actually ran several Commodore BBSs and a user group. And those user groups met in person. They would meet at a local library, they would bring their computers, they would exchange software, they would exchange, knowledge, and then they'd go home and do their own thing. The computer world was, in the earlier days, the microcomputer world was very community driven, and not like it is today, where computers have devolved into gossip machines and machines for distributing false information and really melting society as we knew it, which is really a shame. The tools that could have saved humanity are now working to destroy it. It's kind of, I don't want to get too far into the weeds right now, but the fuel supply for the Northeast, 45% of it has been crippled due to ransomware attacks. That is where computers have gone to, and this is really sad. But back in the day, it was a fun, happy tool that you could use to learn and exchange information. And it was largely done over old-fashioned copper telephone lines through dial-up. Now, we're not going to be using dial-up because we don't have a phone line. What we're using is a lot of the BBSs that are still currently running are also accessible through telnet. And that's where Bananacom comes in, because it also works through telnet. I don't know a hell of a lot about telnet. I'm going to just get that out of the way. I'm just not that knowledgeable, and I'm just starting to get my feet wet in this stuff. So bear with me on this. Now, one of the things you got to do once you've reset your modem and it's not connected to an existing network is you have to link Bananacom or whatever telnet program you have to the modem. So we're going to do Alt-F in Bananacom, which will automatically find the unit, and it will automatically adjust the COM port speed accordingly. So take a look at that. Oh, there it is. Bananacom is now installed. I get this error. I think this is normal. We don't have a regular modem, so I think it's looking for one. We have a device that emulates a modem, but we have this. The other thing is, once I connect, I start to get this major echo problem when I try to enter AT commands. Now, we don't know what's... I have asked RetroTech Chris about that, and he's not really sure what the cause is, but I found a solution by typing in ATE0, and it stops the echo. But the echo comes back once I connect to a BBS, so it's really a weird thing. Let me try to find a BBS that we can connect to. Now, Bananacom, the version that's being distributed right now online, it has some BBSs stored in its in its address book. Or no, you know what? These are actually built into the modem's firmware, my bad. These are actually in the firmware. And that's what I'm connecting to. So you can see there's a couple of different ones. There was one that was actually able to get me some news sites. And for some reason it makes me type it in again. Now, to get this connected, as I said earlier, it wouldn't connect to my home's wireless router, but I was able to buy an older, actually got it for free. I got a new in-box from about 10 years ago maybe. Just a standard ABGN router. No, it's ABG, not N. It's just ABG. And I was able to set up kind of a subnet for it. So I'm connected to a different device, not my main router. So this password does not, if you drive by my house, this isn't going to get you very far. Because as soon as I'm done with this video, that thing gets shut off, and nobody can connect to it. I've actually used, I was going to use MAC filtering on it, but, well, anyway, we won't get into that right now. So yeah, I don't know why it won't connect to my Motorola wireless router, but it just won't do it. So, such is life. The SSID, by the way, is case sensitive. So if you get tripped up, check that out first. So I'm going to do ATDT bbs.retrocampus.org.com. Let's see if this one connects. A lot of these were out today. I've tried a couple of them and they wouldn't connect. Oh, Retro Campus is up. So I've got to select what kind of video I have, or what kind of system I have. So number 6 is our DOS option. And here's Retro Campus. So Retro Campus gives you some basic services that you can connect to. International news, Italian news. Let's check out CNN. Now let's try the 8-bit guy. Now you see this? The echo came back. It double strikes everything I type in. Strange. I'm gonna go to BBC News actually. Let's see. Let's take a look at health information. 206. But you see 220066 is what comes on screen. I can't figure out why it's doing that. This looks like it's outdated. 10/5/21 p.m. Or is it 5/10/20? Ah, yes, because it's European. So May 10th, 2021. That's current information. Space. Next. This is just, I think this is just, what do they call that? RS feeds, perhaps, but I thought those were shut down. Can I hit return to read it? Yeah, I can. No? No, I can't. Yeah, there's no reading more into it, I guess. This is just headlines. Equals means exit, so oh, I think I hit the wrong key. Let's try that. Oh, period, maybe. There we go. So let's try, yeah, period brings you back. Retro Campus, online BBS, 8-bit guy. Let's see what he's doing. Drowning in VIC-20 boards. What's my dream computer? Chevy Volt or Tesla Model 3. Radica, Sega Genesis audio distortion fix. Apple IIc restoration and video jack repair. Huh. Leave N means next page. No? Reload. Quit. E. But the strange thing is, I mean, it's almost surreal, because when I was a kid, I was under the impression that this computer was capable of doing nothing more than playing any one of the 5 games that we owned for it. Beyond that, it couldn't do a damn thing. It was useless. Totally useless. Why own it even? I almost threw it out. In fact, I gave this computer away once. I ended up getting it back a couple years later. Thank God. But I didn't think it really had any value at all. Like, I was never going to do anything with it. I've done more with this computer than any of the other vintage computers I've ever owned. I've had more fun with this computer than any other computer I've ever owned. It just took 30 years to get there. And just to realize that, hey, this thing is actually capable of doing something. I just had to put a little bit into it. Okay, a couple $100, but what's a couple $100, right? But no, it's been a great machine, and I'm just learning. I'm using this. I'm actually learning something. I'm actually learning how to use terminal commands for the first time in my life, and I'm doing it on of all machines. This little thing that I learned how to use DOS on back in 1989. So yes, Dad, you got your money's worth. I can't wait to next time he comes to visit. I'm going to show him what this thing can actually do. But you just have to put work into it. It takes effort sometimes. But what I'm trying to figure out is these little blibbits. Due to the extreme emergency situations here. Oh, that's right. He got flooded out in Texas. That was on 2/17/21. I had been forced to evacuate my home. I remember that. Oh man, I hope he's okay. I think he is now. He's been rebuilding, I think. Help reload. What is next page though? It says N+. Is that it? No. N? I'm a little confused. Plus? Oh, you know what I bet it is? No? Yeah, I guess not. 24. If anyone has any ideas as to why I'm getting such a ridiculous echo problem, I would love some insight on that. In the old days of home computers, most of them just had a simple beeper speaker. Examples would be the IBM PC and the Apple II. These speakers were controlled directly by the computer's CPU. Is that it? Is there more information? Is there more? Am I missing something? N plus or minus. So, all right, let's try that. N plus. No. No, huh? That just brings me back to this section here. Next page. Next page. Reload. And minus. And minus. And minus. Will it bring me back? No. Not doing that. How about help? H. Press any key to go back to posts. Quit. So yeah, I got a lot to figure out. But anyway, it works. We're online. We're connected to the world on a 31-year-old computer that cost $500 31 years ago. There's a chat service too, apparently. Now, you see how my name comes out like that? That's okay, because that's just what it's showing me, but it's getting it correct on the other side. BBS Chat 2.0. Your username is BBISHOPPCM. Let's see, /users. Let's see if there's anybody online. Okay, let's see. /2 DAV. Hi. I don't know if it's working or not, but let's see what happens. /2 SBLEND. Hi. Wonder if anyone responds. And now we wait. Well, it's been a few minutes. We haven't gotten a response. Maybe I'll leave it connected for a little longer. And, interesting. Nobody wants to talk. Or I'm doing it wrong, but it didn't necessarily give me any errors, so that's always a possible thing. All right, well, we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna wait a few more minutes and see if they respond. Oh, we got a response from Dave. Hi, Dave. Just testing. Oh, wow. Out. Hi, Andy. 1000. Oh wait, I think I have to put in oh, you have to put in let's see, where is it? Alt B, so I can scroll up. Yeah, Alt B, by the way, brings you, it lets you scroll up. The capture of the entire, everything that shows up on screen. So what was the command for sending? See, that's the thing, is you got to remember the commands. Alt C, by the way, Alt C will capture everything that shows up on screen, and it will export or port it to a text file that you can then print out. Oh, what was the command? Oh, crap. I don't remember the help command either. There it is, /H. /2 DAV. See, this is really not good. No. /2 DAV. Just testing my Tandy 1000. Using Banana.com. Yeah, no. No, it is an 8088 /2 DAV. I am experiencing a massive echo problem. Please excuse any typos. Look at, that's how it came out. That's ridiculous. like IBM 5150. Actually, yes. Exactly. 640K RAM, CGA display. /2, yes. Or am I using DOS mode? I mean 6 on menu, yes. I wonder if I can fix the echo in here. If I can do ATE 0 here. No. No. Nope. That's pretty cool. That's kind of what I was hoping to do is find a you know, another group of folks who can you know, who just want to chat. Let's see what Dave is using. What are you using? Let's try that again. What? I see that. Some of that is me hitting the wrong keys. Let's see what Dave's got for system. Got it. I have the 5160 model, EGA 8088, 8087, and 640K RAM 2. I have a network card. It's actually 3 o'clock. Fix my clock. It's 3 o'clock, asshole. There we go. 3:05. Oh, he's using a 486. Sweet. Yeah, so anyway, I gotta figure out why I'm getting such a terrible echo problem. I mean, this is ridiculous. Anyway. It's actually the first time I've actually succeeded in actually finding anybody on this chat. So this is kind of cool. This is very, very, very cool. Working pretty well too. Aside from the damn echo. Ay. So anyway, that's where we're at, and I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna call it a night with Mr. Dave. DAV. Gotta run. Enjoy that 486. I am BBISHOPPCM on YouTube. Oh, let's try that again. There's a division key. All right. Now, where are you located? NH/D. Try that again. I got run. I am BBISHOPPCM on YOUTUBE. I am doing this for a video. I am doing up. Thank you for being my first contact through this BBS. Let's see if that goes through. That was a mess. Hopefully Dave checks out this video and can see what I'm seeing, which is see if he responds. This probably is not readable for him because it is ridiculously bad. And he says, awesome, a YouTuber here. I'm going to send him one last message. Let's see. TODAV. Yep. I'm going to be your new follower. Oh dear. Thanks. Have a great, oh boy, night. I don't know if that's, I don't know what he sees. I mean, really, this is, but whenever I type in a command, it always comes up. Let's see if there's any more users on. See, it acknowledged what I was trying to write, even though it came out. It's like a gibberish to English translator going on in there. Or it's just whatever's echoing back to my monitor comes up that way for some reason. So, you know, we got to figure this out. But at least we know it works. And, of course, he's not having my problem, so. Well, Dave, if you're watching this, thank you very much. You're my first guinea pig. And I hope you could read anything that I wrote, because seriously. All right, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to disconnect from the bulletin board. Now, to end the chat, is it? Okay, so /quit gets us out. And Retro Campus Online BBS. Now, you can run this on any computer ever made. Literally, anything. Anything with a monitor, a keyboard, and a modem, or in this case a Wi-Fi modem, you can use this service. So I encourage any of my viewers who are vintage computer nuts like myself and like Retro Tech Chris and like Dave over here, let's build this community up. I mean, I mean, yeah, you can chat on a cell phone, but come on, it's a lot more fun on a machine that's older than most millennials. So it's a lot more fun. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to hang up. We're going to go to Alt-H to disconnect the modem. It's a courtesy when you're on a BBS service to not connect to something that you don't need to be connected to. And because I do intend to use, I'm going to do Alt-M. We're going to exit the correct way. Exit Bananacom. And we're going to exit MenuWorks, and we're going to shut it down the right and proper way, even though it doesn't matter since it's on an SSD. But what, hey, you know, why not? And then I'm going to take my modem here, and I'm going to just so that it's not connected to a wireless network where it doesn't need to be, I'm going to press my reset button, which is, one of them is a firmware button, the other one's a reset button. I forget which one's which, because they're not labeled. Now, because when it's plugged into the system like this, that is our reset button. There it goes. And that's it. Ready for the next guy. Thank you for watching.